I used to think infidelity happened to other people. Those who ignored the red flags, who stopped trying, who drifted apart without realizing. Not us. Not me and Leah. We were the couple others looked up to. Married 6 years, still flirting in the kitchen, still taking spontaneous weekend trips. So when my best friend Owen asked us to help plan his wedding, it made sense. Leah had an eye for aesthetics, and I was good with logistics. We were a team, always had been. The wedding planner, though, well, that's where everything started to blur. His name was Darren. Picture a man who spoke like champagne poured, smooth and a little intoxicating. A little too polished, too charming. The kind of guy who always found a reason to touch your arm when he laughed. Leah thought he was brilliant. I thought he was trying too hard. At first, I chalked it up to wedding fever. Leah was spending hours with Darren, venue visits, cake tastings, color palette decisions. She'd come home glowing, bubbling over with excitement about this amazing idea Darren had, or how Darren solved a last-minute floral issue. I tried not to be insecure. I really did. But something shifted. Our late-night conversations turned into quick exchanges about schedules. Her phone was always face down, and her laughter was reserved for messages I wasn't meant to see. I tried to tell myself it was nothing, that I was imagining things. Then came the night of the wedding rehearsal dinner. Owen had pulled out all the stops, rooftop venue, twinkling lights, champagne towers. Leah was stunning, wearing a soft green dress that clung to her in all the right ways. I couldn't take my eyes off her. Neither could Darren. They were across the room when I noticed it. A touch too intimate. His hand brushing her lower back, the kind of contact that wasn't accidental. She leaned into him, laughing softly, like they shared a secret. I asked her about it later, when we got home. "He's just friendly, babe. You're reading too much into it," she said, not even looking up from her phone. "It's a big event. We're both under stress." I wanted to believe her. God, I wanted to. Then Owen's wedding day came. I was standing near the bar when I saw them slip away, Leah and Darren, vanishing behind the French doors near the terrace. I waited 5 minutes. 10. 15. My chest tight, I followed. The door led to a narrow hallway, empty save for muffled voices at the far end. I walked slower as I got closer. One voice was hers, low and laughing. The other, his, closer now, whispering something I couldn't quite make out. I rounded the corner just in time to see them. Not kissing, not yet. But too close. His hand on her cheek. Her eyes closed. I didn't say anything. I didn't confront them. I just turned around and walked back to the reception like I hadn't seen a thing. Leah came back 20 minutes later, breathless. Claimed she had gone to help Darren sort out a caterer issue. She kissed me on the cheek like nothing had happened. I smiled. I raised a glass. I danced with her under fairy lights. And inside, I broke. It's strange how you can exist in the same space with someone and feel like the air between you is made of glass. Transparent, but so fragile, just one wrong move from shattering. After the wedding, I didn't bring it up. I didn't need to. The picture of Darren's hand cupping Leah's face, her leaning into it like she was home, was burned into my mind. But I wasn't ready to confront it. Not yet. I needed time. Proof. And more than anything, I needed to figure out who I was in all this. For 2 weeks, I played the part of the clueless husband. I kissed her goodnight, laughed at her stories, cooked us dinner. But every quiet moment, I studied her, how she smiled at texts, how she smelled faintly of a different cologne some nights, how she suddenly had meetings that never made it to her calendar. I checked her phone one night while she was in the shower. I wish I hadn't. There was an app hidden in a folder labeled Work. Within it, a chat thread. Darren, of course. No explicit photos, no declarations of love, just 1,000 tiny betrayals. Inside jokes, late-night confessions. A plan to get away for a weekend. When the timing is right. That night, I slept on the couch. She noticed, but didn't ask. By the end of the week, I had enough. I called Owen, asked him to meet me at our usual bar. He listened quietly as I laid it out. Every detail. Every message. The hallway at the wedding. The lies. When I was done, he was quiet for a long moment. Then he shook his head and said, "You know he did the same thing to my sister 2 years ago?" I stared at him. "You're kidding." "Nope. She didn't tell me until after I'd already hired him. She said it felt like it wasn't worth the drama." He downed the rest of his beer. "Guess I should have listened." That gave me more than just anger. It gave me clarity. The next evening, I told Leah I wanted to talk. I didn't accuse her. I didn't yell. I just calmly read aloud one of the messages she'd sent Darren. Something about how I never really saw her, and how Darren made her feel. Lit up. She sat frozen, her hands shaking. I think she was more shocked that I wasn't screaming. Maybe that would have been easier for her. Something to fight back against. "I didn't mean for it to go that far," she whispered. "But it did," I replied. "And you lied." Repeatedly. "I didn't sleep with him," she insisted, eyes full of tears. "We kissed. We talked. But I didn't." "It doesn't matter," I said, standing. "You left us the moment you let him touch you." I didn't sleep in the house that night. I stayed with my brother. Filed for separation the following week. She tried to talk me out of it. Apologized 100 different ways. Told me she was confused, that it had just been a moment, that she missed us. But the truth was, I'd already lost her long before Darren came into the picture. Maybe it was inevitable. Maybe I was just the one who refused to see it. It's been 3 months now. The paperwork is nearly done. I moved into a small apartment with too much silence and a view of nothing in particular. But I've started to breathe again. Some nights, I still think about her. About us. About how easily something beautiful can slip through your fingers when you're not holding it tight enough, or when the other person's already let go. But mostly, I think about the man I'm becoming. The one who knows his worth. Who's learning that being faithful, kind, and present isn't a weakness. It's strength. And someday, someone else will see it that way too. The wedding season is over. And maybe, just maybe, so is the season of pretending.